kind of culturally drawn into this position of thinking that we don't like change, change is hard, and people resist change, so on and so forth. The fact is that change is constantly happening. And reason why I actually like that perspective is because ultimately it reminds me that change is easy because it's what I'm used to, because it is constantly happening. The reality is that ultimately our experience, even our sensory experience, is about change. What we experience is not static stuff. We experience change. One of the reasons why, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the lights on top of big antennas and bridges and buildings and stuff, they flash. Because if they don't flash, pilots lose track of where they are, because what we track is change. And so if they stay in the same place, what our brains do is they actually move them, because what we're used to is change. So our brains will actually start to move them around. And so by flashing them, we can actually stay in attending to where it actually is. And so it's an example of how change is really kind of how we function. And literally our sensations are not sensations about constant things, but they're sensations about change things. If I continue to have pressure in my hand right here, eventually I'll stop feeling it, because my brain is waiting for something different to happen. Or actually what literally happened is I started to feel the pulse from my hand in my finger. So then it wasn't about the pressure on my hand that my finger was exerting, it was about the pulse that was coming back through my finger from my hand. So yeah, so thinking about change is something that we're actually really, really good at, and that we live in a constant state of, and so it certainly isn't something that we need to be worried or concerned about. So anyway, so talking about change today, what's next, Dr. Joel, for today? And I'll be back tomorrow.